series. It's Emre. He's a Sufi poet. It speaks about a chief judge who comes in a village to be the chief judge in the town, and he got inspired during his voyage, his travel. He met an old man, and this old man captivated him. Later, he knew he was a Sufi master. Okay, he was captivated by him, and at one point of time, he wanted to follow his steps. He was deeply inspired. So what he did, he resigned as the chief judge. His name is Yunus Emre. Yunus Emre. So he resigned as a chief judge, and he went to the lodge, to the Sufi lodge, to become a dervish. Okay. When he was there, he was given tasks. His first task was go and clean the toilet, go and clean the yard, go and clean the madman's room. You see, over the days, there were different tasks which were given to him. And he was feeling bad. You imagine? He had the desire to become a dervish, but the task which was put to him was quite tough. Because he was a chief judge, one day he dropped when he heard that they had to give a certain advice to some people who came to meet the Sufi master. So he went to the to the Sufi master, and he told him, you know, having this baggage, knowing law, knowing the Sharia, I would wish to put my knowledge to you so that we can help this person. You know what happened? What the Sufi master asked him to do, his next task, it was, as from now, whenever somebody asks you something or tell you something, just reply, I know nothing. I don't know. So every people who was questioning him, who was talking to him, he was simply answering, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You see? Because he had his baggage, his educational baggage. He had his experience. He had the desire to become a dervish. Right? Now, when he comes into the lodge of the Sufi master, he was given task to master, not what he came to look for, but to master himself. You see, out of those insecurity, because to learn you have to unlearn, right? If you know everything, you will not be able to learn. So you unlearn, you unlearn to learn. So this is one thing that captivated me about this Sufi poet. He was a poet. He was a philosopher, Yunus Emre. If ever you get the opportunity to watch this, it's on YouTube also, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So it's nice because you have lots of examples of teachings in there. So there's the master, there's the student. Both of them had at one point of time their desire. So to master this desire, even to become a dervish, even to become a saint, even to become a master, even to become a boss, you have to master all those asperities, all those flaws that you have within. You see? So in any way, desires is there. How healthy it is. It's the guiding principle of how to move ahead on. I desire, I love to read books. That's my desire. You see? I love to have objects. That's my desire. As long as it doesn't destroy people, it doesn't destroy your feeling about wellness. Yeah.
Thanks for that long explanation on it, Pamish. So if we really have to sum up everything we've discussed, it's impossible to live a life without desire. Okay, I think we can agree on that point. Without
We have
desire,
to.
there won't be anything. There won't even be creation. I mean, nothing will move. So that idea of completely destroying the ego or not having desires is fake. And if people believe that, they'll actually, maybe they are reinforcing the ego. They want to achieve something outside of them, which is wrong. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
You know,
that's what we are concluding here.
yeah. If you wish to put desire aside, if we wish to put everything aside, we have to reach a level of completion first. We have to feel ourselves that I don't desire for things now. That's another level. We are living in this material world, material and balanced with spirituality. Let it be search. Probably it can happen. I don't know. It can happen that your desires to do things change. You don't want to, you don't have any expectation, you feel fulfillment. Then probably you can put aside all those desires because you don't have any. Then only you can feel like, I've reached to a level of completion. I've reached to a level of fulfillment. I don't need anything more than a simple clothing or just a morsel of food. That's fine, just to feed myself, but nothing more. But this is really a state of achievement, fulfillment.
Yeah. But in my experience, Bamish, from everything that you've discussed, I mean, in my exploration, let's say I used to, 10 years ago, have like the desire to go and learn things like you said, you know, read a lot of books and meet different people, discuss things. There was like, you know, a thirst for something, as if you're thirsty for water and you're trying to find that drink that will quench that thirst. But what I can tell you is during the last 5 years, let's say, there is no thirst. There's really no thirst. And to me, everything which manifests in my life, let's say, they just come. I mean, they just come up like this. And there is no effort to actually get them. So they just happen. There is enough effort to get up. There's no big burning desire to go get something, achieve something. So I don't know whether it's the right thing or not, but from my frame of mind right now, there is no excessive desire as such. All the feelings which come up, they tend to be very subtle and natural. And it's as if something has to happen, it will happen. And you just act as per whatever is happening. And actually that's what, and yeah, if there is a sort of thought or desire which tends to create some waves in the mind, let's say, or make you feel unbalanced, then you know it's not healthy, then you drop it. But otherwise, most of the time, it happens in a very natural way, I would say.
Let's say it's degree of fulfillment, like I mentioned. At one point of time, you were desiring for discussions, you were desiring for books, right? It's like the child. When you were a child, you were looking for connection problem, or is it fine? It's fine. So when I was a child, I was desiring, of course, for toys, right? I was looking for toys. I'm an adult. I'm no longer looking for this toy. You see? So whenever your wish has been, or your wishes has been fulfilled at one period of your life, then you have already reached fulfillment. Then things move on. That's what I was saying. At one point of time, it's like the cravings for things. You wish to have things, you wish to go and read, you wish to go and have discussions. Afterwards, you say, I don't have the feeling of going to read books. I don't have the feeling to go and discuss differently or to force things on people. I no longer have the desire to get these toys this car toys. So you change. You've changed from one level and you're moving to another. You see, at this point of time, you're the one who's going to give the toy car to your child.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who's going to be looking for this toy car. And similarly, when you have knowledge, which you have attained, you have, let's say by reading or by reflection or by meditation, any ways or any means, it's when you change your level at this point, you feel that you can give. So you can you can even fulfill the desires of others.
Yeah.
You see, so that's the degree of completion I was mentioning. Whenever you you reach this degree of fulfilling things, completion, fulfillment, then you just move to the next step. And when you say that things come, because you've been opening yourself to it. You've learned how to flow with this energy, with this energy of the cosmic mind, of the universe, the way we want to put it. You know, like when something is said that when you desire something, the universe will how do we say, will conspire to make it happen. Right? Because this desire is an intense and pure desire. So everything will conspire to make it happen. Then what happens? When your desires have been fulfilled, you know the secret. You've opened yourself. And you are in this degree of, you know, whatever is going to come to happen to you, or whatever is coming towards you, it's because you merit it. You see, so things just go in faith. You see, this you know, at times we say that being fulfilled, everything comes around and moves around. So you are achieving without looking for achievement. You see, that's beautiful. When you are achieving things and you are not craving for these things. For example, let's say I love to eat a certain cake. Okay. In the beginning, I was craving for this food. I was craving for this cake. I might get it or I might not get it. If I get it, the desires are fulfilled. If I don't get what I'm looking for, the cravings intensifies and I become something, I become a mad person. But when you're satisfied, you want a cake and you know it's going to be fulfilled. And when it comes to you, you relish the cake with or without desires. Because when you reach this degree of fulfillment, when the cake comes to you, just appreciate this moment. The cake has come. You're not craving for it. You're not desiring for it. You know, it just comes and you relish. You feel happy. So we just taste whatever comes in our life. Probably this is like this mastery of ourselves, where things come to us, and we're not the one who is going after. You know, whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. Whatever is not meant to happen, we can force into things. We are going to tire ourselves. And
actually, that's the key. Actually, that's the key. I think we have no control. We've got no control. I mean, that's the biggest thing which gives us control once we realize it, because I think that's a big paradox which people don't understand easily. But we've got no control. I mean, we've got control on the intent we set, obviously. But even this, like me asking you, let's come and chat about it. It's not really planned, and it just comes at the right time, you know. So the intent is there, but the intent doesn't come from like the small I, let's say, which is guided by, oh, we need to talk about this because this is going to benefit us in this way. That's the small I. And that's where people are stuck, I think. We want this because of that. We want that car because it makes us look good. We need to get married and have kids because that's what society wants. All these things that these come from the small I. And then there's the big I, which guides us in a certain way, which is difficult to explain, but it guides us in a certain way that we do things, and there's no urge or craving to do things, but we do things because they are kind of aligned to our nature, which is not different from the big nature of things. So which I call the big I, let's say. So I think the more we lose the small I think that's what the Sufi people have been trying to do when they say kill the ego. I think we don't kill it.
Yeah.
It's still there because you still call Bamish, you still have your job and all that. You still have that small I,
Yeah.
which consists of your personality, which you kind of need to exist in society and in the world. But you see through it, and you actually see that you are something else also at the same time. So I would say we see through the ego, let's say, as a conclusion to what we've been discussing, let's say. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I agree. I agree. What I am to you, what I am to my wife, what I am to my friends, what I am at work, I'm different. Still, I'm the same person. It's how we see ourselves, or is it the reflection of ourselves? Yeah.
That's it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice way to end this conversation.
Yeah.
I think,
but
I think it could be more confusing to people actually listening to that.
We allow things to happen as they have to.
Yeah.
And where we have to intervene, we intervene. Yeah.
Yeah. So how would you really like to end this conversation if we had to say in a few lines what would be the right thing to do?
Do things that you think you believe is right.
Things which make you more healthy. Okay.
Which make you evolve. You see, when for an example, let's say I want to meditate. There are all kinds of meditations, right? Do I seek for those ones which bring a great level of uncomfortability, where I feel uncomfortable? I can't start with something comfortable. If I need a mat, I need a mat.
Exactly.
Why go on thinking why it's not good to have a mat? We have to keep straight. We have to. Yes, we have to, but start with something which is smooth. You see, desires, just let it come, satisfy it, fulfill it, bring it to a degree of completeness. Feel yourself being satisfied, fulfilled, as long as it is healthy.
You see, that's the big problem. We think that we really need to do. I think we've hit right on the big problem right now. I think we think that we need to really do something big so that our life is meaningful. But our life is really meaningful in doing the small things. And that's why, coming back to the story you were talking about, cleaning the bathroom, using the broom to clean the house. These are the small things, and these things are meaningful. So if you do everything in a very meaningful way, I mean, I'm just going to quote something from a Zen book. It tells you that you need to treat people, okay? You need to treat people as if they are your own eyes. Imagine how powerful that is. So it's from Dogen Zenji, who is the founder of Soto Zen Buddhism, which I practice actually. So he said that you need to treat people as if they are your own eyes. So imagine how powerful that is.
That's very intense.
Very intense. So if you really live like this, what can actually go wrong? Nothing can go wrong. And that's the practice, I would say.
Yeah. You put yourself as a reflection, like speaking to yourself first and see how you would react. Then afterwards, you bring it to the person that you have to speak to.
Yeah.
Like mirroring. You feel a sense of irritability against somebody, and you try to, let's say, let me try to see how I'm going to speak to that person. How is he going to react? Then you realize probably it's going to be a waste of time, or probably it's going to create lots of hurt. You see, so better let's put it aside. Let's move on.
Yeah. True. Good talk. Anyway, Bamish, thanks for the chat today.
My pleasure.
We're going to meet very soon on something else. I don't know
Yeah,
what
we
it's
need to
going to
talk.
be right now, but it will come up like it usually
will
comes
come
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
as always,
Okay.
we never plan, it just comes.
Yeah, yeah, it just comes.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bamish. So I'll see you
My
very soon.
pleasure. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.